Let's enlighten ourselves. Kimberly L Jones.
How y'all doing this evening? I said, how y'all doing this evening? All right, I'm gonna need y'all to be attentive because I don't speak without giving instruction. So before we do anything, I think we need to take 10 seconds for a moment of silence for Mr. McDade, who was a trans man of color who was killed by the police in May, and that didn't make national news. So we're gonna take 10 seconds again, and we're gonna have a moment of silence for Tony McDade, who was killed in Tallahassee, Florida by police in May, and that didn't make national news. So we're gonna take just 10 seconds for Tony McDade. Thank you. I already gave America the warning that the contract was broken.
Yes, you did. Speak on it.
But now we're going to talk about another contract.
Come on.
We're going to talk about some housekeeping we need to do. And I'm talking to y'all black folks. Not y'all, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties, your pastor, your granddaddy, your teacher. None of us are free until all of us are free.
Say it again, girl.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
None of us are free until all of us are free. And when Antonio asked me to come today, I had to come stand as a cisgender heterosexual woman because homophobia is not a problem that I need to empathize with. It is a problem that a hetero person I made with my other hetero people that we need to face. Y'all didn't create transphobia. Y'all didn't create homophobia. Hetero people created transphobia. Hetero people live with transphobia, homophobia. So whose problem is it? It's not y'all's problem to fix. It's our problem to fix. So some of us gonna have to stop being pussy and step up and talk about it. Some of us are gonna have to decide that we're no longer allies, because allies is that bullshit. That's that tweeting, that posting, that saying something when it's comfortable. We're gonna need more people to step up and be accomplices, which means I'm ready to lose those friendships. I'm ready to lose that contract. I'm ready to lose that job to stand up so y'all free too. Passive resistance is no longer an acceptable means. And today, as we stand on the ground of 51 years since Stonewall, for people who said the same thing I said, I'll burn this motherfucker down before you don't say it. We owe it to Martha to get gangster. We owe it to Pop to get gangster. We owe it to Queen Rivera to get gangster. Silent in the night is no longer what's happening with this movement. This is a movement of do, not talk. And I know they keep telling y'all to vote, and y'all should vote. I'm a proponent of vote, but they tell poor people to vote and then rich people lobby. And if you don't understand what that means, think about it. If you know anything about how laws get passed, it gets passed through lobbying. They tell poor people to vote. And then rich people go and lobby and get what they want. Now, do you want what you want, or you want to wait on somebody to give it to you? This is your time to go get it. We've never had a temperature like this. This is a global movement. I get messages from New Zealand, from Australia, from Africa, I got a mural in Belgium. They are listening to us for the first time. Step the fuck up. This is the time to get it. They owe us. They owe us. We're not asking for anything. They owe us. Queer people are the architects of cool. They taught the world how to be, how to dance, how to sing, how to walk, what's slick to say, what looks good, what looks bad. They owe you for that. They never paid you for that. They told you at the invention of everything that you made that it wasn't good enough, that it was bad. Then they bought it, packaged it, sold it, and they give you a fucking dime they owe you.
I take all of that. I take all of that. I take all of it.
This country was built on the backs of black and brown people. They owe us restitution for that. Between 1926 and 1965, America underwrote $128 billion in home lending money so that they could stimulate the economy and make sure that Americans were homeowners. 98% of that money went to white Americans. 2% of that money went to everybody else. So don't tell me that when we're asking for restitution, that we're asking for something that hasn't been given. It just hasn't been given to us. And when we pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps, we were raped and robbed. Over $50 million was stolen from African Americans from Freedmen's Bank, the only bank until civil rights allowed us to bank with them. You know how much $50 million translates to now? And they built the railroad with that. They built this country with our money. They built this country with our swag. They built this money with the way that we talk. You can't watch one goddamn Housewives without her using queer language. You can't watch one runway without seeing the queer influence. Y'all architect this whole cool lit shit. So they owe you.
They do.
So don't come in there begging on your knees like they're doing you a favor. Kick the fucking door and you say, give me my shit.
Give me my shit.
Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Give me my shit.
Get it.
Give me my shit.
Oh, yeah. Kimberly L. Jones.